Viewers, you are welcome to today's program. You are already aware the objective of this program. Our interest basically is to support promotion of cooperative practices, and we do so by encouraging cooperative education and information so that practitioners will be able to understand the nitty-gritty of what they are supposed to be doing in their cooperative business. So you are welcome. Today we have a special guest who is a young man, and he is very much interested in cooperative activities. I have known him for about 7 years, and I've been following up on him. And those 7 years, each time we meet, we discuss nothing except cooperative practice. And he is here today in our studio to discuss cooperative activities. His name is Mr. Tony Ibeneme. Mr. Ibeneme, you are welcome.
Thank you.
I am happy that you found time to be here with us to discuss cooperative, as it were. Now, everywhere you talk about cooperative, what is the motivating factor in this area of activity for you?
As a young man growing up here in Nigeria, I happen to be quite conversant with the challenges in the country. And then in the university, I went to the University of Ibadan, read philosophy.
Okay.
So in my program, we studied African philosophy, especially socio-political thought. And I took particular interest in Africa and challenge of development in Africa. So in my research, I made a conclusion that the basic problem we have is that the African society was communal in nature, but what we have in modern society is not that communal. So we have a situation where a new system is superimposed in the traditional system, and there's the conflict arises.
Okay.
So basically you have what I call discrepancies on the nature of the individual, okay, for whom economic policies
let me now ask you, so for the interest of our viewers, what do you mean by the system being communal in the traditional setting?
Okay, good. In the traditional African society, you find that life is based on relationships.
Okay.
A family relationship, a community relationship. Mm-hmm. You'll find out that livelihood is not so much a challenge because there's the people felt concern for each other.
Okay.
So, which in cooperative, there's concern for community.
Exactly.
That's
one of the principles.
The seven principles of cooperative practice.
Yes.
So, my interest in the study in cooperative actually took roots from there.
Okay.
Because in my study, I started looking for a system that is in tune with our traditional society, okay, and also addresses the realities of the modern world, which cooperative practice fits in very well.
Okay, now that's very good. Now, do you think cooperative practice has a good chance of succeeding now, compared to the time we had the oil boom in Nigeria, when the problem was not about how to get money, but how to spend it. We had too much money. Now we don't have enough. Do you think this is a good time for us to practice or to return to cooperative practice?
Of course.
Because the oil boom was a kind of aberration and helped to floor some of the successes that the cooperative would have recorded.
Yes.
Now we are out of oil boom. Yes. The realities are facing us now. Yes. Yes. Is this now a good time for us to return to cooperative practice?
I don't think there could be a better opportunity than now to return back to good cooperative practice.
Yes.
You can recall that prior to the period we call the oil boom days, the Nigerian economy was stronger, as it were, because the economy was based on cooperatives. You have the agricultural commodity boards and other that take from the cooperative societies and the market.
Okay.
So at the base of the economy, the people were active, they were productive, and have a lot of cooperative activities there. So such that the exchange rate of the Nigerian naira to the foreign currencies was good. But now we had too much money coming from oil.
Okay.
And then we neglected the goods that lay the golden egg. And then we also the collapse of the currency. So now that we are out of the oil boom, we are fully, the reality is before everyone. So the reasonable thing to do is to go back and reconstruct the base from where we took.
Now we have more or less cleared the basis of your entry into cooperative. Now, can you briefly discuss one or two projects, cooperative projects that you have been involved, maybe in the past 7 years, before whatever you are doing currently?
Okay, like I mentioned, after my studies, I returned out of the university and then went into some private engagements, which so took interest in some cooperative activities. So, but while I was on that, I happened to come from a family that is political in nature. So I had this opportunity of attending some political meetings with my principally my mother, principally. So when we sit in meetings and I assess the politicians, that the leaders we had in the country, it dawned on me that most of them knew not what the problems of the country are fundamentally. When they talk about economic growth and all that, the basis to generate that, they don't talk about that. That is cooperative. It was completely neglected. So seeing all those things, I resolved to go fully into promotion of cooperative.
Even among politicians?
Yes, I can tell you that I had the opportunity of sitting with chairmen of political parties. When they were more than 70 or thereabout. So I sat with them and then I presented the project, the program we had, and we had a buy-in from them. That yes, this is the way to go. But then the elections were fast approaching. So I didn't want to politicize the program, so I had to step down a little bit. So after the elections, then we moved in.
Do you have one or two projects you have done in the past that you can discuss? Cooperative projects, specifically, because for the interest of our viewers, we don't want to keep talking principles. We want to get into the practice. You are one of the people that are practicing cooperative in the field, and we want to know some of the things you have been doing. How you have been organizing people, into cooperatives.
There's a program we introduced. We sent it to the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. We call it Global Resource Adaptation and Improvement Network. The name is basically Cooperative in essence,
Okay.
because cooperative, as you know, is universal.
Okay.
So it's basically a global resource.
Okay.
So adapting it to improve our situation here,
Okay.
and we have to go by the people. So that's the
Okay.
network. So that's the global
Okay.
resource adaptation program.
So what is the project about?
Well, the project, we call it GREEN,
Yeah,
GREEN
GREEN.
project. It has 3 components.
Okay.
The first component we call Community Empowerment Opportunity Program.
Okay, Community Empowerment Opportunity Program.
Yeah. So the second is the Cooperative Information Registry.
Okay, okay, registering
The cooperative
members of the cooperatives.
So it's the ICT component.
Okay.
So we have to infuse ICT. You know,
Okay.
the 5th conference we had in ICOPON, we talked about digitalization.
Okay, okay,
So
that's good.
that's the second principle, you know, was on the ICT, integration of ICT in cooperative practice. Then the third principle is administration, project administration.
Okay, now, was that project successful?
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
Okay.
It's ongoing. The ministry has adopted it,
Okay,
and then we've signed the agreement with them,
okay.
and then we structured it, and then we started the pilot.
Is it a national program?
It's a national program.
Okay, that's very good. Now, you talked about the community empowerment program.
Yes.
Perhaps that is the major thing you are doing now.
Yes, it's the first component.
Okay, okay. So what is it about, and has it taken off in any state at all?
Yes.
Where we can visit and see what they are doing.
Oh, good. And Anambra is our pilot for southern Nigeria. FCT here is pilot for northern Nigeria, but we are currently putting more effort in Anambra, because Anambra has done the governorship election, and then the field is open, so that we can now go in and do what we want to do. So we call it CEO program.
Okay.
CEO, because people are the chief executive of the society. So the cooperative community empowerment opportunity program is basically establishment of cooperative societies in communities,
Okay.
as we used to have them before.
So who are the targets? Who are the people you are targeting?
Members of communities.
Is it younger people or older people, or why we are asking this question is we want to know the extent young people are involved in cooperative practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Anambra, there's this security situation that came up.
Okay.
So we've gone around the state,
Okay.
preaching the cooperative is the solution.
Okay.
And we have a lot of buy-in from the young people.
Okay.
Okay. Because we explain what cooperative is all about, and it's most suited for young people.
Okay.
So I'll give you an instance, an illustration of what we're talking about. In Anambra, the security challenge we have, I told them that cooperative is the way to address it. Now, if you look at the community in Anambra and elsewhere also, we have the traditional institutions, which are not businesses.
Okay.
We have religious institutions, which are not businesses. We have the town union and all that. So in every community, there is no organization or institution that is dedicated to business to take care of the interests of the people in that community. So you have a situation where young people that have no one to support them, either through school or to learn a trade or do other forms of business or whatever, are left alone without any support, without any measure to take care of their needs.
Okay.
So those are the points, the people that got involved in the anti-social activities and the security situation that escalated.
Okay.
So we told them that because the cooperatives were not working, they were not playing the roles they were supposed to play in the economy. That's why we have this gap. And then having the cooperative functioning in the communities,
Yes.
these young ones will be absorbed
In diverse
in activities in the community.
Now that you are talking about security in that area, can we have security cooperatives?
Oh yes, I will tell you the system we are building in Anambra State. It's very interesting. You know, like we call it community empowerment opportunity program. So what we target to have is a saturation of the state with cooperatives. In all communities down the line. And then the cooperatives will engage in diverse activities as the base. So that's at the primary level. Then we'll come to the secondary level and have specializations. Okay, so in the primary society, we have committees in various, like those in environmental issues, those in agri, they have security committee, and then that security committee in the primary society come to the secondary. We have a union of various committees coming to form the security cooperative at the secondary level.
And then the unions will go up
they will
and
go
form
up
the
outside security cooperative. So you have a pyramid.
Have you sold this idea to the government?
We are working with the government in Anambra State. We already have an understanding with Anambra State government, and then as we speak right now, we have selected the cooperative promoters, and we're giving them training. We're giving them had 2 seminars for them, and then the 3rd seminar is coming up on the 23rd of this month, this September. So
and is the government responsive?
Oh, fantastic! It has been very. We started with the past administration, and then we continue with this administration. We had a meeting with the Commissioner for Agriculture, Mechanization and Export. We had a meeting with the Commissioner for Environment. We have another meeting with the Commissioner for Women Affairs scheduled, and then also Commerce. We are able to go and see them. And then at the seminar that is coming up in September, we expect all these government ministries to participate alongside other private.
Now, I am looking at the aspect of youth empowerment. You know, through cooperatives. To what extent can we say that your program is going to positively affect young people?
It's going to be what I'm envisaging that we'll see in Anambra State. It will be a complete engagement of the young people in cooperative activities. So that way, first of all, you have provided them with means of livelihood, which is very key. And then you have provided them with decent job. That is the second aspect. And then because the principle of cooperative, Principle 5 talks about training. So you continue to train them and give them orientations on civic responsibilities and then a concern for community. So when they are interested in ensuring that there is peace and there is orderly and meaningful development, once it gets root, it becomes self-pilot, it becomes autopilot. So we are looking at a situation where Anambra youth will be fully engaged through cooperatives in their various communities.
We are very pleased with that hopeful situation. And thank you so much for coming. We will find time to invite you again.
We have a lot to talk about.
Wish you the best. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
So viewers, thank you so much for staying on. Remember to subscribe and share, and then press the bell to notify you of the new videos we are going to make. Thank you and God bless.